Wholeness, everyone. Today is 12/17. Let me just make sure I ain't time warp. Yep, 12/17. 12/17/2023. 4 more days before the winter solstice. The energetic Day of the Dead. By my practices, it's the energetic Day of the Dead because on 12/17, you should be releasing anything that no longer is going to serve what you want to continue to see. On 12/21, on 12/21, you should have been letting go of everything that is holding you up or everything that just basically ain't worth reinvesting in. It's justification day. Whatever you are planning, whatever seeds you're planning on 12/21 will be what comes up in spring. Death brings life. But let's deal with today. First of all, shameless plug. The Healing Flow Manifestation event is still going on. It's $3 per entry. Go to my page, come to my inbox. It's a manifestation event. It's not just a cash jackpot. The cash is just something that comes with it. The aligning of energy with like-minded individuals, what I've been doing since 2018, has always been the bigger draw. The fiat, we need it in this realm because we won't make any changes. So if you're going to need the fiat money, the dollars and all that shit, that's fine. Hell, we all could use it. Government damn sure ain't gonna give it to you. So $3 per entry, unlimited entries. Healing Flow Manifestation. You do not have to be on social media to take part. Like, say for example, my grandson takes part, my youngest son takes part. They're not on social media, but they always participate. And hell, my youngest son's won a couple times. Videos and all the other shit's on there. But getting into today's numbers, not finna do a complete breakdown, although I did post in my story and on my page Heals numerology for 12/17. The biggest thing about 12/17, outside of the 12 and the 17 itself, when you add in the 2023 component, you can produce a 99. 99 is affectionately what I call EndGame. 99, if you're playing any old school video game, when you get to level 99, you face the shadow boss. The shadow boss is normally you. EndGame should be, holy shit, I'm at the end of a game, now I need to face myself. Although at the end of the day, from a higher point of awareness and experience, it's bullshit. I shouldn't have to play a game to figure out who I am. The whole key was, it's a game. Stop playing games and be real. Stop playing games, stop creating illusions, and start dealing with reality. But first you have to learn that reality can't be created. Reality just is. You can accept things as reality, but there's nothing but high-end illusions. But again, let's keep this simple. 12/17, directly, if we want to use regular tarot, 12 is the hangman, 17 is the star card. So I'm hung up on what I'm starring in. Again, I'm telling you, 2023, the year of self-awareness, I'm hung up on starring in who I think I am. That, again, goes back to what I just got through saying about getting to your end game. So what I'm going to do is, because a lot of people like to use the field of limitations, numerology, astrology, and astrology is more limited than numerology. I'm not going to argue with anybody about that. That's more finite. Numerology gets into vibrations and sequences. Astrology deals with patterns and alignments. So astrology can show you a higher sense of placement within the game, but it doesn't show you the way out of the game. So again, like I'm saying, if you hung up on starring in this shit show that you think this is who you are, and I mean that collectively, if we think this is who we are, I mean, come on. How damaged is your mindset if you think this current state of the world is who we are? Real talk. So 12/17, if you hung up on this shit and you trying to figure out how to get out of the end game, I'm going to do two things. The first thing is I'm going to see how you potentially have contracted your energy into the experience based off of the signs. So we'll start out, let's say, with Aries. Well, Aries might have contracted itself into a function of 99, trying to get to the end of the game, which again, the end game is facing your shadows. But how did my shadows get there? My shadows got there from dispersal of light, prismatic existence. I gave up my light as source and I went through a prismatic experience, your chakra fields and all the other shit, light and flow. I went through all these experiences, and then once I made it to my 99, I tried to figure out how to pull all the pieces of these experiences back into the wholeness of myself. Sounds foolish, right? You just basically made yourself a 500-piece puzzle, and then you hoping that you can find all 500 pieces before you get to 99. Heaven forbid you only find 488 of them. So we'll do that, and then at the end, we'll figure out what it would have been like if I stopped playing the game and just held myself together. That's a 1 card. That doesn't require separation. That doesn't require a field of numerology or astrology. That requires nothing. That requires you to see yourself as source. So again, the first one, going down these first 13, because I include Ophiuchus, is how did you contract yourself into this end game? And what I'm telling you the end game is you got hung up on starring in something. Whatever level of programming you bid into, whether you want to call that your soul contract, your soul programming, my oversoul, all this other stuff, you can glamorize that shit all day long. Whatever you telling yourself you're here to do, or how you got here, or what must be done to get out of here, that's your end game. So for Aries, that end game might be affecting you today under this 99 energy in the sense of this holy shit. It's fear. This is the High Priestess card. It's a 2 in reverse. But think about it. The High Priestess, not only is that the 2, what I tell you, 2 is knowledge. 2 is a connection point. 2 is whatever I'm reflecting on. So if my end game is I'm just trying to make it to the end of what I'm connected to, there is, in sense, since Aries are control freaks, born as an Aries, if I played the sign games, I'm an Aries. Aries have a tendency to be a control freak, but not only just a control freak, we're impatient. So the sense of fear could come in the sense to where I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end, and I ain't got time. You deal balance with what? Let's play your game, Mr. Ratio. How could 2 be balance and justice when what only came before 2 was just 1? What are you justifying? What are you balancing? You're balancing what you created, which is already a figment of you. You're only justifying the probably erroneous use of your energy. Yeah, that's still a sense of fear. I'm not enough, so I'll need to project or reflect or create. Still all 2 energies. If I need to get out here and duplicate myself, it's probably from a sense of thinking that I wasn't enough. See, that's that High Priestess function. Now I create something that's greater than me, and I got the greatest connection to it. Why? Because you already have a psychosis within yourself. You get that? Cosmic schizophrenia, when you get to the point to where I don't no longer know the value of my own identity, so I'll dump my identity into a whole bunch of other shit, trying to establish balance. Aries energy, that fear of being enough on your own will have you getting out here creating games with everything else. Either A, you arrogantly gonna try and control, or 2, you erroneously don't know what you're connecting to because you didn't even know who you were, and now you're trying to find balance. Now you're trying to justify what you're connecting to without having enough awareness of where you only split yourself. So Aries, your end game already shows you fear. Shows you fear because you didn't know what you was connected to, but yet you thought you knew, but knowledge got you fucked up. So from there, Aries, we go into Taurus. Taurus, your end game of sitting in some shit that Aries created because Aries didn't see itself as enough. Now you're at war. Now you're at war, but you're at war with the perspective of everything that things could be. Because is it a 9 or is it a 6? Really, it's a 6. The shit you love. You love to think that you have a sense of connection and balance that you justify. So now you've already shitted on yourself, which means you're at war with your own self, as I just got through saying. You didn't understand that 2 was only merely the result of 1 in reflection of itself. So if I'm at war with myself, who gonna win? This is where I always beat up on you people who say it's me versus me. Holy shit, if it's me versus me, who gonna win? If it's me versus me, who's going to win and who's going to lose? And holy shit, your end game is already screwed up. Your end game cannot have a successful function if the only person you're fighting with is yourself. And for some of y'all who have this programmed ideology that you're going through a journey of lessons with yourself so that you can learn to lessen yourself by learning how to gratify the energetic expression of others, that's a war. That means I'm going to contract my energy into building an illusionary experience with others. With, like I said a few minutes ago about the 500-piece puzzle, I'm going to create the illusionary experience of investing in others. And then when I get to the end of that investment, I want to see the return. The return of what? The return of my energy. But I'm sorry, sir, ma'am, your energy is now tainted because you've already invested into a multitude of choices that produced a multitude of outcomes. Now, whoever's at the end of the game, the shadow, that's not the light. That ain't what it was. That ain't what it was when it began. That's dirty energy. And that's what some of y'all have been tricked into, is manifesting yourself in the reincarnation cycle of learning how to become dirty energy. Wholeness to you all. So, Aries, that fear of yourself got you out here thinking you know what the hell going on. Taurus, holy shit. Them perspectives, is it a 6? Is it a 9? You don't know. All you know is that it's a war, and I got to keep moving. But I got to keep moving how? In separation. Started out as a 2 in separation, ended up as a 6 in separation. Why? Because I missed the 4. I missed the trap. You missed the 4. The trap was, holy shit, stop being scared of yourself, trying to find yourself by going through experience with others that now you're calling love. So now you at Gemini function. I need to process this experiment that I've authorized and created because I connected to it. You understand that? A virtual reality game don't play until you put your damn eyes in it. You don't know what's going on a virtual reality machine until you put that motherfucking device on your head. Here's the device. The Gemini is the device. It's the computer itself. Holy shit, it's the computer itself. 23. It's what's burning you. This is passion. The things I invest in because I know what I know, and you can't tell me what I don't know. Even though what I don't know that I think I know that I don't know ain't never shown you shit. Sound like a whole bunch of goddamn burning fires, and you're just trying to figure out which one of them fires is less destructive than the other ones. See, I admit there's some shit over there that could burn me, but this shit right here might not be burning me as bad, so I'm gonna work on this. But sir, ma'am, that shit over there potentially your energy in dispersal, it's still your fire. Yeah, but I'll get to that on my next life cycle. Or I'll get to that in a later experience. Or, the big one, I'll trick myself into fixing this fire here that ain't so great so that it becomes so securing to me that I don't worry about what's over there burning. Energetic, your fucking responsibility. Why? Oh, because you thought you knew balance and justice. Woo! You your own Cancer. From Gemini, if I keep choosing the fires that are less than me, I'm going down the whole list. Be patient. I'm going down the whole list. If I keep justifying creating connections to the fires called me, trying to fix the ones that are safer for me, again, energetic irresponsibility. If you don't fix the whole self, sorry, wholeness, exactly. If you are sick, and let's go back to the 1800s before corrupted Western medicine. Remember back in the 1800s, if somebody got shot, they would probably just cut the whole limb. I got shot in this arm and in that arm, but I ain't got but one tourniquet. So I'm going to fix this one and I'm going to let that one go gangrene. You didn't heal yourself. You just saved yourself. You didn't do anything to preserve your wholeness. You just made a choice of which part of you was going to be better amicable for your journey. You your own Cancer. First of all, you're probably irresponsible. Don't know why you was out there in the fucking saloon fussing and fighting in the first place and got shot. See, we ain't take no accountability for why I got placed in danger. We still just working on fixing the result, and we don't even know how to fix the result. Why? Because we think we know. So we'll try and establish the best balance and justify what's the best thing to work on. Which means I'm only going to do partial healing. Healing my shadows. Ain't done a damn thing to figure out where your light came from. Let alone your position as the source. The original choice. You ain't ready for that. You ain't even owned yourself as the motherfucker that chose. You just the results of what happened. So you your own Cancer. You out here harming yourself and just trying to find the best way. Holy shit. Like we said with Gemini. Just trying to find the safest fire to keep alive. Oops, why am I my own Cancer? Because you distracted. You distracted. This is the siren. This is the voice in your head. This is 28. I think I know. 8, the struggle. Oops. Thinking you know the struggling, but not knowing why you can't keep still. Shh. You your own Cancer. Knowing what must be done. Oh, holy shit, planet Earth. Come closer. Knowing what must be done but won't do a damn thing to fix it means we're our own cancer. Not the motherfuckers that we see as sick. It's the sickness in us that keeps on hiring them to keep us sick. Look at your skies. Look at your food. Ain't none of that shit real. Oops, but you too distracted just trying to stay safe in the field of danger by choosing the less dangerous things that you still leaving space for other stuff to become dangerous. And here's the trick, like 2020 showed you, we'll choose between what's most harmful. You'll quarantine your own fucking mind. You're your own cancer. You'll quarantine your mind and you'll try and put out what you think is the sickest forms of you, because that's where I energetically generated and operated a contract. Leo energy. Energetic, generated, operated experiences, ego. I've given life to the same shit that's going to kill me, but I'm trying to give life in the Leo function. I'm trying to give life to the things that's going to help me make it to the end of the game. Holy shit keeps coming up. I'll keep paying attention to the stuff that is a better reflection of me, and I won't pay attention to the whole me that's still on fucking fire. Damn, Aries. You just found balance with justifying your fear. Oops. Damn, Aries. You just reduced yourself from cardinal fire, and now you fixed. Leo. Oops. You deceived yourself. You was 2, now you 3. You ain't nothing but a thought. You ain't action. You just a thought. You just the mind, body, soul in activation. You the divine trinity. You all over the fucking place. You don't know whether you the man, woman, or child. Holy shit, 2023. Motherfuckers don't know who y'all are. And it's fine. Just be who the best person you can be. But most of you motherfuckers don't even know who the hell you are. And then you try and push that shit off on everybody else. Confusion. Holy shit. Ego. Deceit. Leo. I'm fixed in my own confusion and I lie to myself. Don't you dare try and tell me anything different. That's where this planet currently is at. If the sun gives life to everything, that level of ignorance is where we're at. I have deceived myself, or I have been deceived by the things I've been programmed into or taught or believe or invest in and worship and all this other shit. I've been deceived by it so long that I believe it. I have already energetically generated and operated into that contract, ego fed into the contract of what you believe, that you can't take that shit from me. And how dare you try and tell me something different? Again, if you're not new to me, you already know what I'm going to tell you. Let your motherfucking life tell your tale. That's the answer to anybody's ego. Let your life tell your tale. Is it working out for you? And even when you know it's not working out for them, when you see it working out for that person the way that they have designed it, it's working out for them. It's working out for them. You understand that? Somebody who is just doing bad shit in their life, but then they getting all the gains that they have contracted for themselves. That's what's working for them. It just don't work for me. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to judge me on how I interact with you. You understand that? If you doing some fuck shit and it's working out for you, but I know that fuck shit won't work out for me, I ain't got no hate towards you. You keep doing you, player. Let your life tell your tale. I just can't get wrapped up in your fuckery. A lot of people can't do that. That is where 3, my thoughts, where I keep on hitting the point of communication, aka creation, becomes important. If I keep letting you become my reflection, remember 2 is reflection. If I keep letting you, whoever I'm connecting to, become my reflection, then holy shit, I'm going to start thinking like you. You understand that? You got 12 people to go out to the club and 11 of them hoes. Number 12 ain't got a chance sooner or later. She can lie to herself. He can lie to herself because me and her hoes too. Been one. So number 12 can hide and lie as much as they want to, but eventually, infection through association, energetic investment, you're going to get sick. You become the summation of the experiences you allow. So Leo, if you keep on allowing everything to be deceit because you ain't even figured out how to Oshun see yourself, let alone love yourself, you can kiss the baby. You're going to give life to everything that's holy shit already destroying you. What I've been telling you. You out here choosing the safest fire, but ain't done shit to fix the wildfires. Eventually, that little safe fire that you keep on investing in ain't going to be safe enough. Sorry. Then you're going to need to become Bambi, caught in the lights, Virgo. The recycle point. Normally would call it reincarnation point, but we ain't gonna do it today. That's a recycle point to where I have hit to such a level of trauma from being a Leo, energetically giving up all my fucking power, but thinking I'm in control and can't be told nothing different. Spoiled asses. So, Virgo, I love you. We practice wholeness in here, so she's more than her sign, so I can do that. So, Virgo, what I call Bambi, becomes the deer in the headlight. That light that I'm now is what you're going to tell is the headlight. What I'm now going to tell you is the headlight. That's all them other fires that you done fix. You done got caught up in working on that one trauma that you thought you could master, that was really mastering you because it was taking all your fucking power. There are things much older than Lucifer. Shh. Leave your fairy tales at home, okay? Shh. Leave y'all young stories don't match with old ways. Y'all need to learn that. Y'all cannot bring shit that's only 4,000 and 5,000 years, 6 at most, into a planet that has history way deep into the hundreds of thousands. Those are just prevalent ideologies that have become the prevalent mental programming. But there's things much older than that. Even he'll tell you that if you ever dealt with the entity known as Morning Star. Don't deceive yourself into the shit you gave your power to, because you'll become blinded by the light. You'll become blinded by that light that you keep invested in. And then when it traumatizes you because you think you mastering it, but it's really your master, then once it burns you, you'll try and move into something different, but you won't let go of the trauma where you kept getting the same. You understand that? You understand that? The way I would normally describe a Virgo is that they'll stay in a relationship for so long with somebody that's abusive and not good for them, and then they'll try and overcome that person's abuse without taking any fucking accountability for why they allow themselves to stay in an abusive situation. So when they finally do get to the point of getting out of that situation, their next situation can't be as bad as the one that they stayed in. There was no accountability of, holy shit, I played myself. It was just, I can't never go back to that shit again, and I don't trust anybody else who looks anything like it. You see that finger wagging? Like a fucking abacus or a pendulum. You done went by everything except for you. That person done me wrong. I'm not going to let that person do me wrong. But holy shit, really it was all me and my choices. Trying to connect to them safe fires. Without realizing, holy shit, that fire that I wasn't facing probably was a bigger reflection of me. But I keep working on these safe fires, and then once I put out the safe fires, I now have to go back and run into the bigger fires. Holy shit, it's a recycle. That's that Akashic bullshit some of y'all buy. 711 life cycles later, I've now learned to put out one fire. But what about the other 833? We'll get it done. Holding this to you all. So this Virgo energy that keeps playing the end game has already entered into a cyclic infinite flow of games that won't ever end. Why? Because all I got to do is show you something that is a little bit too much light. You'll kick yourself out of your own garden. I'll do that for some of y'all. You'll kick yourself out of the own garden because you don't want to know what was good and evil. I just want to know what ain't going to hurt me. But ma'am, sir, you might want to know the difference between good and evil based off of your choices. No, that ain't the way I was taught and told. See, so-and-so did me wrong, so I just got to make sure that I don't get to somebody else going to do me wrong. Why did you allow it? It ain't had nothing to do with me. I was doing my part. You right. You contracted yourself into an experience that already showed you need to end the fucking game. Bambi, Virgo. It was already revealed. It's your judgment. 2, that shit you connected to, that you was trying to find balance and justifying, that shit fooled you. Only it didn't really fool you, you just didn't know what to see. Because 0 just ain't the fool. 0 is the source. The source is the fool. The fool can do anything, but the fool that thinks that he can't do nothing, oh, that motherfucker's a fool for real. These people who think that they can't do anything, but then make sure that they're the supply source for everything that's getting done around here, sounds like enslavement, right? Build me a fucking plantation, why don't you? But We can't do nothing on our own. Virgo energy. Shit was revealed. It's your judgment. You keep connecting to what's going to steal your power. It's going to leave you with nothing. Except for the ability to connect to more shit that you're going to keep on justifying because, holy shit, you still trying to find balance. You still trying to find balance, Virgo. Holy shit. Now you Libra. By some of y'all thinking, I think Libra is the converse to Aries. They're sister signs. Both of them need to be kicked in the face. Chris Tucker style. So you done got out here and your judgment done fed everything that you now got to try and find balance with. But the whole shit we finding balance with was the fear of self. So I'm going to get out here and be Libra and I'm going to find balance with what I contracted. What did I contract? And experience with the fear of myself. There's your answer right there. When we get to that last card, when I tell you where you fucked up at, I bet your fear come up again. Some form of fear going to come up again. But that's the whole fucking equation to the end game is stop being scared of yourself. What can you do for yourself that you are waiting for something or someone else to do for you? Why must you find balance with your turmoil? Because you've already established peace. That'll hurt some of you. Peace requires separation. Wholeness requires nothing. Yeah, I did Cancer. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Cancer was too busy being distracted by what they've been hearing in their head. Basically, they was listening to the programming of where they was just trying to find safe things to attach to, that they was allowing sickness to become its own cancer. Basically. I'll post this on YouTube. So, Libra, you just trying to find balance with everything that's already been revealed. But again, you're dealing with trying to find balance where you were already taking in too much light, overwhelmed. You understand that? Come on, most of us are adults. You've ever worked around somebody and you giving them too many directions at one time. And look, I can't do this all at one time. You're going to have to back up. Let me work on one thing at one time. But hey, we got 1 hour and you need to get all 8 of these things done. I know, but I can only do one thing at a time. And then that one thing gets shut down too because you just overwhelmed them. You presented them with way too much information that they needed to find balance in, that they lose the balance within themselves. That's a Libra function. And I've been saying this for years. Unfortunately, a Libra thinks that they find balance in anything. So even when their ass is upside down, they still think they're balanced. That is, it's a spiritual form of arrogance. And that's no disrespect to a Libra, but it's a spiritual form of arrogance that leads into a small sense of delusion. Because if you don't have balance within your original position, everything that you're balancing externally is already off course. I'll verify that. Oops. Remember I told you that Aries and Libra are supposed to be converses? Holy sheep shit, Batman. Aries was the fear. Guess what Libra connected to? Fear. So guess what Libra, like I just got through saying, guess what Libra is trying to balance? Fear. You're just trying to balance the fear. That's the only thing I'm connected to, because if I can fix the fear, it'll fix me. Where did fear come from? Me. Why not fix the choices that produce the fear? And then you don't have to run from all these wildfires. That sounds like too much responsibility, though. I'd rather just kill everything that I think is harming me, says Scorpio. Instead of fixing me, the source of all the harm, I'm going to kill everything I create. Scorpio, I'm going to kill it all. I become my own devil. Holy shit, I am the morning star. Maybe I was loose fur. Oops. Sorry. I became the dragon. I chose between being the man and the dragon, and neither one of them worked out for me. Oops. Scorpio, you are your own devil. Why? Because all my potential and what was moving. 5 is movement. 5 is also knowledge in the sense of learned knowledge, apostolic knowledge, Vatican level shit. All the potential to save me is in what everybody else know. Sir, ma'am, everybody else came from you. So if you go to them to learn you when they came from you, holy shit, my people, they can tell you who you are, even when that ain't who the fuck you are. When you go to the people that possibly came from you to learn who you were, even though when they came from you and took you from them and from yourself and then told you who you was and what you ain't and you don't know the fuck you are, but yet you keep going to them for identity, you your own fucking devil. You burning yourself. You helping yourself because the only thing you helping is your fear. Why? I walk backwards for you. Scorpio, you putting shit to death, but what are you putting to death? I'm putting to death everything that's supposed to be helping me. But I'm too busy helping what's harming me. Why? Because I'm connected to what's harming me. What's harming me? Fear. Why is it harming me? Because when I connected to the fear, I didn't see me. That should have been your first fucking clue right there. Hi, for some of y'all that are still going through bullshit ass relationships almost into 2024, grow the fuck up. If you're in a relationship with somebody that you don't see yourself with, why the fuck are you there? Any other fucking lie that just came out of your mouth right now, slap yourself. Really. If you're connected to any level of relationship, family, lover, friend, business, that does not show you you, it was already revealed. It's not your shit. But if it's what I gotta do because it's what I got told has to be to get to the end game, you already deceived yourself. Not only did you deceive yourself, you've been distracted from hearing you because all you hearing is what's got your energy. And what got your energy, 2023, that got your fire. What's got your energy is what's burning you. And if it's not burning you bright to the point to where you can sit still and be fucking delicious, you already at war. You already at war if everything you keep connecting to is not bringing you peace, let alone wholeness. The only thing you found balance with is that same shit that you justify. Your fear. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Here's where a lot of y'all get lost. Ophiuchus. The hidden one. The motherfucker that already chose knowledge. See, Scorpio chose the dragon's route. Dragons are knowledge. Look up an old school picture of Saint Michael, Archangel Michael. What does he have his sword pointing on? What does he have his knee on? The neck of a dragon. The dragon represented free knowledge without institutional control. In that ideology of using an angel for patriarchal religion, Archangel Michael, the sword of God, is what keeps things in subduction. What are you keeping in subduction? The dragon. Why the dragon? Because the dragon had the ability to know. We don't want you to know. We just want you to trust you not in your own understanding and do what the fuck I tell you. But in the sense to where you don't trust in your own understanding, Scorpio, you're already the devil to your own dragon. Why? Because you hid from what you should have known. Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, the hidden one. What did I hide from? I hide from everything I knew. What did you know? There's some shit out here that produces fear. And I don't know if it's me. So you gonna move? Yeah. But shouldn't you sit still and figure out where this fear is coming from and then do some kind of self-work on your source self before you keep giving up your light and producing motherfucking shadows that is going to take you to the end of a game that you will never be there at? No, I think I'm going to hide from it all, player. I'm just going to hide from it all. I'm just going to hide from it all. Careless as fuck. Hidden one becomes a goddamn 7 in reverse. What's 7? The spiritual journey. What's 7? Who you think you are. 2023. 2023 showed a lot of y'all you careless as fuck. Why? Because that's the field of time. You keep on creating time for everything that's already got your energy. What's got your energy? Fear. So you hid from what you knew. There's a fear there. And you thought that you could deal with everything else that was counter to that fear, but you let that fear keep on growing. So then once you carelessly moved into the false identity of yourself to try and find balance and justification, You created more time for what you wouldn't face. Holy shit. Let's go back to Nazi Germany. First they start rounding up the immigrants. First they start putting out the Ethiopians. Then they start rounding up certain classes of people. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Then they start rounding up other classes of people. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Then they start rounding up the motherfucker and ain't had nothing to do with. Holy shit. How did this happen? Because you was too busy paying attention to your own safety that you weren't watching where, holy shit, everything was in fucking danger. So you didn't have time to help fix this shit when the shit got unfixable. Holy sheep shit, Batman. Now we're all fucked. 2024. So, you hear from the shit. Now you created a delusional act of misplacement of your fire. Sagittarius. The most delusional motherfuckers there is because they have the strongest foothold on creation. I saw it was me hurting myself. I was my own devil. So the only thing I should have been killing was my ability to hurt myself, which means that would have been helping me. But instead, as a Scorpio, I invested in just getting rid of what I thought was doing me harm. And when I did that, that should have shown me in my Ophiuchi energy that was careless to keep investing in what I thought others could do for me or to me than what I'm doing to myself. As a Sagittarius, that should give you a clear field of creation that, holy shit, the only thing burning me was my choices. But if I keep choosing to keep on trying to create new levels of choices in the same shit that I keep choosing that was not me, delusion. You still don't see yourself as enough. Holy shit. You invested in that potential of that 7. But that 7 was already potential carelessness. You invested in the potential of being careless, which in this case was creating more things to run you away from what should have been keeping you still. That you starred in scarcity. Hello, today is the 17th, the star card. Starring and not enough and already mentally mind-stroked this planet. Mentally mind-stroked to try and produce more from less. In a planet filled with fucking abundance. In a universe filled with abundance, you've been tricked into thinking that this planet doesn't have enough. While consistently and constantly watching those who tell you that there's not enough keep coming up with more. And you star in it. That's delusional as fuck. You star in everything that is going to take from you because you won't give to yourself. Holy shit, fear. You star in everything that done already debowed you because you ain't tucked your chain in fast enough. You're going to cry in the car. You want to know why you're going to cry in the car? Because you need to go take a thinking. Capricorn, you need to go take a minute to think about, why ain't there enough? Every time I come around, I got enough, but this motherfucker keep taking all my shit. Am I the problem or is Debo the problem? Both. But you're going to sit here under your Sagittarius energy and reflect on why you keep starring on situations that ain't showing you enough. Because right here is Ophiuchus. I didn't know who I was and I was careless in my movements. Because as Scorpio, I keep helping the same shit that's harming me. The shit I think I know. Balance. Why? Because as a Libra, I got a connection, balance, to that shit I think I know. But yet the shit I think I know has never shown me what I want to see. Which means I'm already blinded by the light. Virgo, I'm already blinded by the light. It's been revealed, but I can't see. Because all I can see is my pain, fear. Why? Because it's the only thing I keep on giving power to. Leo. I don't see myself. I don't know how to look into the mirror called existence. I just need to look into the mirror called experience. How'd your experiences get there? You keep authorizing them. You keep, holy shit, contracting an endgame. That's what this reading was about. You keep contracting an endgame without realizing that contracting your energy into the endgame. Contractions for my goddesses. You about to give birth. And these ain't Braxton Hicks either. Sorry. So you got right here As Leo, my deck. The higher perspective oracle cards. These are my own personal cards. These are channel cards. So they're for sale. Out here as Leo, you done deceived yourself. Why? Because you was your own Cancer. You was too busy being distracted by the voices in your head, programming, overwhelm, and overstimulation from a world. Hit me in my inbox. You were already distracted as a Cancer. Why? Because your only passion was separation as a Gemini. My only passion was, am I the 2 or was I the 3? Not realizing, trying to make a choice between left and right. Some of y'all don't get that. Making a choice between going left and right already takes away your stillness. It puts you in perpetual motion. It makes you emotion, energy in motion. If you can't choose you and sit your punk ass down and be still, you've already signed a contract with becoming emotion. And this is not about learning how to be a robot. This is about learning that, holy shit, not everything deserves my delicious ass energy. Try saying that for yourself. Try saying it for yourself. Not everything deserves, not everyone deserves your energy. If we could learn that shit collectively, game the fuck over. But too busy caught in a Gemini cycle. We got too much passion for the shit that's burning us because we just don't want to be burnt. Why? Taurus, too busy sitting in the motherfucking pot like Bugs Bunny. You at war with what you love. But what do you love? The potential to be free from my fear. How am I going to get free from my fear? I have to save myself. No, that ain't what it was said. This just a day in the age. This just been written. No sense of fucking understanding what a universe is. But already stroked and stoked into everything that's been written by man. Shh, Aries, because you're too scared to think for yourself. You too scared to find a balance and justification within yourself that you keep trying to find balance and justification for everything that already got your motherfucking sight. You start out at 2, Aries. You start out already blind. Blinded by your own light. Why? Scared of your own grandness. And that is a lot of y'all. Scared of your own divinity. And that's a sad, wretched, sinful ass way to think. Even if you want to believe in whatever and whoever. If that is who you believe in, you should be their fucking imprint. If not, let alone the blueprint. And if you can't be anywhere near them, why the fuck you worship them? Or are you just enslaved? Oops. Like I said, Capricorn need to sit and think. What the fuck am I doing? Capricorn is the god and goddess of thought. What am I doing? What am I giving my power to? And the answer keeps saying, fear. But why? A real Capricorn who has evolved past their traits ain't finna get out here and fight with this shit and try and separate from it. It's gonna figure out why it keeps separating from me. You know what? The only thing that keeps being produced by my choices is more subsequent fear. So maybe I should sit still and think about me. Learn how I think, why I think, and what I think. Holy shit, energetic responsibility, accountability. That's how in the game is if I take accountability for signing the contracts and keep playing. So here should be the gift. Capricorn, if you want to get to the end of the game, quit playing yourself. Holy shit. Realize to where you was at Ophiuchus, the hidden one, I should have stopped hiding from myself. Because if I stopped hiding from myself, I would have quit creating shit that ain't showing me enough. So here, Capricorn says, stop having time for all these thoughts. Because these thoughts were only an emanation of myself in balance. I'm not balanced. I'm wholeness. Am I me or am I me? Some of y'all can't honestly answer that. Are you you or are you you in everything you've been through and everything that you're going to go through without realization that as a responsible time being, none of those get created without your contracted energy. You cannot create a past unless you authorize a movement. You cannot create a future until you authorize a movement. So holy shit, what was the common denominator? The authorization of my energy, movement. So the only thing should be moving me should be the things that look like me. So I need to care less about mess, and then I'll quit creating time for the shit that keeps on fixing and fucking me. That's what that is. But what do here? We play the Aquarian energy. This is the age of Aquarius. For you people who really have no energetic understanding, and especially if you speak with certain spirits, and the majority of them will tell you what you think the age of Aquarius is not what it is. It's just your ego feedings. The age of Aquarius is still you in separation of yourself, in honor of what you've already been separating from. Now, this is the age of Aquarius where we're getting closer to our wholeness. No, you just moved further from where you was already hiding from yourself, and now you done moved into the delusions of the shit you created while you was hiding. That's your age of fucking Aquarius. You've already separated from yourself, and now you're just trying to find balance for the shit that you keep on justifying. That's still not you. Aquarius, you still carelessly trying to find you in all your choices. Aimless as fuck. The element of air. Remember I told you Capricorn was the goddess of thought. The element of air, thought. Aquarius becomes the aimless thought. There's a duality here. If this Capricorn is now owning its energy, man, I can care less about what you got going on because that's not a reflection of me. Kudos. But if this Capricorn right here is like, you know what, I can care less for how you think because it don't work out for me, stab, stab, stab. Because Capricorns are control freaks too. They'll get rid of anything that don't think like them. So if this one right here produces a Scorpio type function, this Capricorn says, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to care and I'm going to destroy for everything that I don't care about. Everything is a reflection of you and your healing and your sickness. The shit you're destroying is still you too. So like I said, this Aquarius will aimlessly move away from its whole self and try and get out of here and figure out less shit to aim for and what it allowed to get created. It's still degrees of separation and high-end fucking paranoia. And I'm sorry for you fellow Aquariuses because I'm an Aquarius rising. I'm a Capricorn moon. I'm an Aquarius rising. So I speak from fucking experience. If you aimlessly get out here and try and separate from the things that you think ain't a better reflection of you before you figure out what the fuck your reflection look like, you'll forever be burning in your wholeness of your fear. And then you'll be stuck in Pisces energy, trying to choose between what I separated from and to what I created after I separated to. Neither one of them motherfuckers was you. Pisces. The end game was, you should have never started the game, and holy shit, the whole answer was, it's a game. I don't know about you, but I ain't no fucking joke. Why am I playing a game? Because the universe contracted you to come down here, and because the Pleiadians and the Star Lords and God wants you to go through something so you can learn to be something. Pisces energy. The age of Pisces. The age of fucking belief. War. War. Holy shit. Holy shit. Right back at Taurus. Stuck in bullshit. Still stuck in bullshit because all you want to do is find the war with love because love is the highest vibration, and if I can vibrate high enough in love, I can learn to love me, even though all the fucking energy came from me. You get that? If you have to push out energy to go through energy just to learn love from that energy, what the fuck did it have when it came out of you? I'll answer for you. It was already laced with fear. It was already laced with doubt. It was already laced with disbelief. It was already laced with irresponsibility. You signed a contract with a game. Some of y'all like to sit there and say, well, this is chess, not checkers. Both them motherfuckers is a game, and both of them have pieces. Start dealing with wholeness. Last card. Start dealing with wholeness and end this game by never playing it in the first place. Oops. The thought will fool you. But the thought don't really fool you. The thought will show you everything you need to see. See, the fool already had everything. The fool was the source. The thought will show you if you sat your punk ass down and been still, you can't be fooled. But if the thought tells you you ain't got nothing, and you've already invested in the fear of not being enough, you'll forever be on a journey. You won't trust your stillness. And anything that looks counter to that fear that you learn to love, you'll hate it. You motherfuckers are Barabbas of Jesus every time. If there was one to incarnate, every time it came down to the time to choose between something that can save you or something that looks like where you've already been happily enslaved, that will keep you free to keep being, you'll keep choosing Barabbas because you ain't ready to choose yourself. And that's sad, and that's sick, and that's manifested fear. The uncertainty of doing something different is why the majority of you people keep doing the same. Cycle after cycle. Emanated time after time. Without any understanding that TIME, this is my energy. You might do well to learn that. This is your energy. Stop selling it so fucking freely. Wholeness. Stop starring at shit that ain't got nothing to do with you.